You are watching the Freeman Conversations, where we take a closer look at the latest stories, trends, and events. I'm Jobert Oka. Welcome to the program. On evening of Monday, former Cebu City Mayor Tomas Osmeña wrote on Facebook, MOM, Margot Osmeña Mayor, or Mom. Today we talk to the mom, former Cebu City Councilor Margot Osmeña. Ma'am Margot, welcome to the Freeman Conversation. Salamat for joining us.
Oh, thank you, Jobert. It's my pleasure to join you. Thank you, and good afternoon, good evening, to whatever it is to call.
How are you, Ma'am Margot? The last time we spoke was in 2018 pa man, when you joined.
When I was younger.
Yeah, Power Women series.
I was younger, no?
How are you? How has the past year been for you? It's been a very challenging year.
Well, the past year has been like, for us, as it has been for many people, the pandemic happened, and then life in many ways changed. But it also gave you a time to look, to see what is there around you, and to not to take for granted. And also maybe in my own personal experience, Jobert, it made me realize how blessed we are, in the sense that, you hear all of these stories about people who get sick, people losing their jobs, losing their means of livelihood, and then not knowing what to do. It's just survival. And we have been blessed and very grateful that we did not have to do, that we did not undergo that experience, except for the fear of the pandemic, the fear of getting COVID. We just had to adjust and stay home. And that was it. But compared to others, that, it was a matter of life and death. And so for that, we are grateful. And given the chance, when we could, if we could help others, we would. That's basically it. So it was an adjustment. Of course, if you're going to include the past few weeks, now that went a sudden turn, right? And it has been quite hectic the last few weeks.
Very glad to know that you're safe, Ma'am Margot. Speaking of serving others, you made a very huge decision in your life the past few days, the past few weeks. You will be running for mayor of Cebu City in the 2022 elections. When are you filing your certificate of candidacy?
We file on Thursday. That's October 7th.
What made you decide to run for mayor, Ma'am Margot?
What made me decide to run for mayor after all these years? Even I myself, I'm still adjusting, Jobert, to tell you the truth on the decision I made. The hardest part was getting to that decision, like in any instance, this and that. But what made me decide to go that way? After listening and being part of course, discussions with the Popk family on who, what, how, I just all of a sudden said, what if I run? Will that help? And it was like something out of nowhere, because Tommy has never asked me to run for anything. Tommy has never asked me to do anything. In fact, I would joke before na when people would say, dagan na ka ma'am. Is Tommy making you run? Is Tommy letting you run? And my standard answer was, I'm not a horse. I don't run. But again, that's a joke. And then things now are not a joke anymore. So when that happened, when I did that offer, even Tommy asked me, you mean you want to run? And I said, no, I don't want to run. I said, but if I do, and if it's a way of putting things in their proper places, I'm here. That's what I said. And that's, things unfolded. Of course, many discussions happen. Many formulas are proposed. Many proposals are offered. And then what's this? What, pro, anti. In the end, we came up with this.
How long was that process, Ma'am Margot, in deciding, making that final decision for you?
Maybe months. because it starts when it's not really very serious. But Jobert, as you know, as a deadline comes, hindi ba that's when you really start thinking? Because when you do know of the deadline, but when it's far away, time, napay time. But when it's, hello, wait, we gotta do it now. So it started over the months, but of course it intensified the last few weeks as the deadline.
You mentioned earlier, Ma Margot, na if your decision will help put things in their proper place, then you will make that decision. What are these things? What are these that you are talking about that need to be put in place?
Jobert, I made that decision to make myself available. Now, the final decision or the final consent would not come from me, but from the Popk family. So, that's how it was. Of course, you know, there's Bebot, who is on his third term, Congressman Bebot Abellanosa, who's on his third term in the South District, who's still ready to serve and is capable, right? So there was him possibly running for mayor or vice mayor. And then, of course, there's Franklin Ong, who is now currently president of the ABC,
But did Councilor Bebot express his interest to run for mayor?
Congressman? Yes, he was open to it. Put it that way, Jobert. He was open to it. And then, you know, then you get into okay, let's go out mode, right? And then your people start helping. And that's how it was. It was already there, that there were activities, there were consultations made. And but in the end, you have to choose. You have to choose.
And well, obviously. Go ahead.
Say it, Jobert, as the mom of the Popk family, whenever I was invited to go to whatever activity, I would be there, as I always have been. You know, but as support, as Rara, as okay, let's go, let's do it. But except for that time when I ran for councilor, which to me, it was not something that I had prepared for really, but happened. It was now being the candidate is a new role for me. I've always been around. I've been quite visible, Jobert, as you know, but it was always there most of the time, anyway, except for the time I was councilor again. But most of the time I was there, support by the side. But as far as political ambitions were concerned, wala man. Nga naman karon lang, nanaan lang ko sa pagka-senior. And then I become suddenly ambitious. No.
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 What did your family say about your decision? Your son, your grandchild?
You know, good na lang, Jobert, I only have one. I don't know to ask. No, but my son is very supportive. I will not go and do anything where my family is not supportive. I have my husband, my son, and my wonderful daughter-in-law, who is really a daughter to me, and my granddaughter, who is too young anyway to decide. But I can see now that she says, oh no, that's not so available anymore, you know.
Yeah.
But, but again, yes, they are, I cannot, and I told them that I cannot do anything without their full support.
Today, Margot, October 5, the other members of Popk already filed their COCs.
Yes.
We just learned formally that your vice mayor will be ABC President Franklin Ong. And then we have our incumbent councilors who are running again for the council. Councilors Seba, Hapson, and Joy Young have already filed their COCs. And of course, for the North District of Cebu City, to those who might not know, Cebu City is divided into two districts, the North and the South districts. For the North District, former Representative Rachel Cutie Del Mar also filed a certificate of candidacy today. May we know the other members who will be running with you?
Okay. Let me go first to the North, no? Alvin Dizon, Alvin Arcilia, Attorney Debs Andales, how many is that? 3. Art Barrett, Mary Ann de los Santos, of course. Mary Ann. May I mention something about Mary Ann Joubert? Mary Ann was seriously considering and considered as a very strong candidate for representative from the North District. She has proven her worth. She is a fighter. She does her homework. She goes out there. And she would have been a wonderful congresswoman. But like Bebot, we will talk about that maybe later. Like Congressman Bebot, she voluntarily said, I will not be the reason for disunity anywhere. So she is running for councilor with us in the North.
Okay.
Did I give you 8 people already? Not yet. Did I miss anybody? No. Nestor Archibal, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So for the North, correct? Now for the South, we have Pai Abella, the sister of Attorney Amay Abella, who ran in the last election, consequently was declared a winner just maybe a month ago by Comelec. But she passed away last year.
Yeah.
We have, of course, incumbent Yayo Alcoseba, who already filed. And then we have the son of Congressman Bebot Abellanosa, Jose Abellanosa. We have Capitan Remar Barrete, Barangay Buhisan, former councilor Bob Cabarubias. We have Judge Jack Haka, a retired judge. We have Omar Quintanar. He's currently a barangay councilor in Coban Pardo. And then we have Kapitan Clifford Nimial, Barangay San Nicolas proper.
Okay. So you have a complete lineup, Margot.
I'm sorry?
Your lineup is complete.
Complete, yes. And for Congress, we have Tommy. Tommy Osmeña.
Okay. May I just have that again, Margot, because I wasn't able to hear it clearly earlier. For Congress?
For Congress, representing the 2nd District or the South District of Cebu City, we have Tommy Osmeña.
Okay. Was it also his decision to run for Congress again?
Yes, it's his decision. Of course, it's his decision.
What made him decide to go back to Congress, Margot? Because if I remember correctly, he enjoyed more the executive side of things more than the legislative side of things.
I wouldn't use the word enjoyed, Robert.
Okay.
But it's more of him, right? It's more of his kind of thing, being mayor. But again, because the South District is very important, and we're from the South, and it was, I suppose, arrived at that he would be the best candidate as now to run as congressman representing the 2nd District or the South District of Cebu City.
Speaking of the former mayor, Margot, what will be his role in your term if you win?
My term?
As mayor of Cebu City. What will be his role?
He will be the first gentleman. Oh.
Okay.
No, really. Should I have the not the luck? I don't like to call it. Should I have the opportunity to serve or to be there in the office of the mayor? Of course, I will ask Tommy's advice. There is so much that I don't know, and I don't think I could get better advice than from him. With all biases included, huh? I know you will.
Yeah, well, last night he wrote on Facebook, if to quote him, I am not ashamed to admit that she is more qualified than I am to take care of our city. When you read this, how did you react to this?
It sounds like Tommy, di ba? It just sounds like him. Tommy doesn't say what he doesn't mean, and he will not say it if it doesn't mean it. So it sounds like him.
He also said, Margot, also to quote him, what the city needs right now is not a strict father, but a caring mother. Like an ailing child, our city needs help. What does he mean by this?
Exactly what he's saying, that we are sick we are sick with COVID. Our people, the consequences of which we can see in the lives of our people. It's like it's dark. It's like, where is the direction? What is happening? I mean, we have a city that we are so proud of. We have a city that we are Cebu. We are Cebuanos from Cebu City, a city that we are proud to say. You know, when somebody will ask, where are you from? Cebu City. Taga din man ka, Cebu City. And then we're in this stage of what's going on. Who do we follow? Who is telling us what to do? Oh, okay. And then tomorrow, mo ba? There is no direction. And then I do know that when 2 years ago, please, that there was money in the city. There was 14 billion in the bank. How much is left? And if the funds have been used, what was it used for? Can I ask the Cebuano there, have you felt any, can you rely on government? Put it na lang that way, especially in this time when there is a pandemic. The Cebuanos, as far as I see them, I will include myself. We're willing to work. We're not used to asking, but we're willing to work because we respect ourselves and we have dignity. But it comes to a point when even if you have that willingness, in times like this, in a crisis, who will you ask help from? The local government, right? Now, my question is the local government there to help these people? Those who have lost their jobs, those who have lost their livelihood. Somebody even told me there is a small business owner said, you know, Ma'am Margot, when the pandemic happened, everything closed. And then it opened for a while, remember? And then we were happy because we were able to get back to our businesses and continue to a limited sense what we consider as normal lives. Then again, lockdown, all these queues, even I get confused, ECQ, all these queues, barbecue, whatever, but it comes to a point, whatever savings, he said, whatever savings I had to be able to get me through the first lockdown is gone. So what do I do now? How do I answer that? Diba? How do I answer that? Our children, I'm very concerned about our children, Joker. Our children in school, especially those in the public schools, how are they learning now? 2 ways. The modular system, and the online. Modular, so the parents go to the school, they get from the teacher the module, which they bring home. Many times the teacher asks them for help because he doesn't have the budget for bond paper or for ink. So the parents have to help there. Okay, and then online, worse. How do you learn from a classroom that's this small? And then you have to have Wi-Fi, and there's no free Wi-Fi. And I've asked many mothers, how much are you paying? Imagine some of them, Jobert, are paying as high as 2,000 pesos a month. Wala na sila'y lagyo, wala na panginabuhi, wala na business. Di ba? Isn't education supposed to be free for these children? What happened? We have money naman. How come we cannot provide them with the access to education, especially in this time? Why is it that some other local government units can give free tablets? Not only that, free tablets and free Wi-Fi, but Cebu City does not. We cannot say that we are a city who is progressive, we do not take care of our children. You know naman, Jobert, that has been my passion since day one, the children.
Yeah.
It is so hard for me to accept that what they are going through now, and the parents. And then I find out that, and they have told me that they bring home the module, but it will take time for them to sit down with their children. You know, they have to act as tutors, right? So what they do, they're the ones lang to answer because they have to work, or they have to do something, or they have to sell something. They have to be a vendor. If they spend that time being the tutor, tutoring their children, that's like time, right? These are
Margot, for 2022, you will be running against a former ally, a long-time ally. Things have changed between the two of you in recent years, but you will be running against current Vice Mayor Michael Rama, also a former mayor of Cebu City.
Yes.
How do you see the battle going in 2022?
I'm innocent. I know that politics will be how I want it to be. I mean, I've known Mike Rama, as you said, for a very long time, when he was with us in the same Popk family, but most of them were anyway, right? If you think about it, that most of them were with us from the start. Now, how do I see it? Well, then we will run against each other. Hopefully it does not come to the ground, meaning, we just present ourselves. I am the alternative to him. Yan na lang. He is the alternative to me. So choose.
When was the last time you've spoken to Vice Mayor Rama Margot, or even to Mayor Edgardo Labella?
I don't recall at all, Jobert, when the last time was that I saw or spoke to Vice Mayor Rama. And then what was your other question, Labella? What's his Robert after Mike Rama?
Mayor Edgardo Labella.
Oh, the last time I saw Mike Edgar Labella was when our last session. No, I'm sorry. I think I saw him at a wake. There was a wake which we attended and he attended. There, that's it. But before that, we didn't really talk. But before that, I think my last session day as councilor, of course, he was the presiding officer because he was the vice mayor. I just wished him luck. I went up to him and I wished him luck. And I said, Vice, I said, I just hope that you are the mayor you want to be. That's what I said.
I can only hope we can talk to you longer, Ma'am Margot. We'll have more time in the future. But for now, my last question for you, what can the city of Cebu expect from your leadership should you win as mayor in 2022?
Hope, direction, hope and direction. And hope, direction, and the confidence, and most of all, trust that the local government is not government, it is the people. And I will go back. Tomorrow must be better than today.
Thank you very much.
To say, I will continue. Okay. Thank you, Jobert. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
God protect everybody. Thank you. God bless Cebu.
Thank you. Former Cebu City Councilor Margot Osmeña, running for mayor in Cebu City for the 2022 elections. Thank you for joining us. And to you all watching, we'll see you next time as we continue to take a closer look at the latest stories, trends, and events here on the Freeman Conversations.
Bye.
Thank you, Ma'am Margot.